Congressman-elect Dan Crenshaw, Lieutenant Commander Dan Crenshaw joins us now from Houston. Sir, good morning, and we are honored to have you on this Veterans Day.
Oh, it's great to be here with you all. Thanks for having me.
You had quite a week last week. You won your first term to the United States Congress. Then you got a call from Lorne Michaels to come on SNL, so I won't ask you which was better, but how did this all come about? And did you immediately say yes, or were you a little bit hesitant at first?
Well, we were hesitant at first. We weren't sure what the skit was going to look like. At a lot of veterans events planned this weekend, of course. But in the end, we decided to do it, and we decided to do it because, what better platform than to sort of give a united message for the country, talk about forgiveness, and then talk about veterans. And they let me do that last part where we got a little bit serious, and I was able to give a message about what I think it means to connect with veterans and how to bridge that gap between civilians and military.
We want to get into those messages, which are important, but we were all just sort of struck by how awesome your comedic timing was. I mean, you were hitting joke after joke. Did you have any input, or how did that work?
There was. It was a collaboration. They come up with the framework. I have a bunch of ideas. I mean, it's not all that often that I get to pitch a bunch of comedy ideas to one of the biggest shows in the world. So the good idea fairy was all over the place, and it was fun though. We had a lot of fun.
Congressman-elect, you've said that instead of saying thank you for your service on Veterans Day, we should be saying something else. What is that, and why?
Right. So, veterans always appreciate it when someone says thank you for your service. And I wanted to suggest a different option, which is never forget. And I suggested that because it's less transactional, right? When you thank somebody, it's almost like you're on the other side of them. When you're saying never forget, it's almost like this secret code between Americans where we all recognize that we can never forget the sacrifice of our veterans, past and present, but also never forget why a lot of veterans are still out in the fight right now. We never forget those we lost on 9/11. Again, it's more of a team effort than it is a separation of civilian and military.
Yeah.
Sir, what you wrote after this all happened, you said in a tweet, I try hard not to offend, and I try harder not to be offended. And that was an incredible act of generosity for you to come here and make it okay and show what forgiveness looks like on Saturday night.
Well, it felt good. It felt like the right thing to do. And I would appreciate it if everybody would stop looking for reasons to be offended. And that's what this was all about.
All right.
Great message.
Guess what? They need more humor in Washington, sir. So good luck.
We'll bring it.
Congressman-elect Dan Crenshaw, thank you again so much.